What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Bruce Springsteen. Yes, indeed, Bruce Springsteen Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from JFK. Yes, JFK. Those are his initials. He has a very long name, and I was having a hard time, pronouncing it correctly. So he said, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Just call me JFK. And I said, that's fine with me. So yeah, this is for JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show, man. JFK wanted to see me react to this song by Bruce Springsteen called Badlands. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. To the best of my knowledge, I have never heard the song before. It does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a chance I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, this sounds familiar, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Bruce Springsteen, and the video has 571,103 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. The link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Badlands, live in Barcelona. Cool. We've done longer songs by Bruce. 619 is not that long by his standards, so we should be okay. I think we'll be okay. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Just in between, honey, I want the heart, I want control right now. Talk about a dream, try to make it real. You wake up in the night with a fear so real. You spend your life waiting for a moment that just don't come. Don't waste your time away. Bad lies, you gotta live it every day. With a broken heart stand, it's a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing misunderstood. These bad not treated as good. Working in the field.
There's really nothing all that complicated about this song. This song is very easy. So F sharp? Are we in F sharp? Hold on a second. I think we're in F sharp. Is there F or F sharp? No, we're in E. I think we're in E. Yeah, we're in E. Okay, never mind. I was a little off there. Okay, so we're in E. going down to the 5, down to the 4, resolving to the 5, back up to the root again. I mean, it really doesn't get much simpler than that. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. But here's the thing, and I've said this time and time again. Simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this is definitely done properly. What's making it being done properly is, I think it's a combination of things. Tempo, right off the gun, the speed of the song, the tempo of the song comes to mind. If this was done at a slower pace, I don't think it would work as well. I mean, I think it would still work, but not as well as it's working here. So having that upbeat, happier tempo definitely fits. The key that it's in, E to B to A to B, I mean, it sounds good. It sounds really good. If they had done this in like B or D, I don't know if it would have worked as well. But doing an E definitely helps. All the layers of the instruments being incorporated into the song, that definitely helps. That's a big part of it. Having all the different instrumentation in there and all the different voicings and all the different layers definitely helps out a lot. So far, so good. I'm digging the groove. I'm definitely digging the groove. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
I believe in the love that you gave me. I believe in the faith that can save me. I believe in the hope that I pray that someday His may raise me above these badlands. You gotta live it every day. And the broken heart stand is a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing when it's understood. It's badlands not treating us good.
Trading Yates was really nice between Bruce and Clarence Clemens. That was really nice. Bruce came out with his solo first, 8 measures, no problem. Clarence Clemens came out with his solo, 8 measures as well. Now we're going into a breakdown with the piano. Speaking of the piano, in the verses, I couldn't help but notice that there was almost it wasn't exactly a call and response. It wasn't your classical call and response, but it was more of like an echo. Bruce would sing the phrase. He would sing the whole phrase, but halfway through the phrase, the piano would come in and support what he was doing. The piano was playing the whole time, but he would crescendo up to meet Bruce's vocal level, his volume level. That was cool. It was well done. It just helped to kind of reaffirm and reinforce what Bruce was doing on his vocals. But the piano did it like consistently, like almost. I'm not sure if it was almost every time or if it actually was every single time. I didn't really catch it until the second verse. On the first verse, I think he did it there too, but I'm not 100% sure. But well done. Very well done. I don't have any complaints about this. I mean, everything's being done well. The live performance is being done well. The performers are interacting with each other. They're engaging with the crowd. They're doing a great job playing the song. As far as I know, it sounds good. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound like anybody's playing anything wrong. The energy level's there. The crowd participation is there. I really can't think of anything negative right now. I'm looking. Like, I'm actually looking. I'm trying to find something wrong with this. And so far, I haven't found anything. So far, so good. Let's keep going here. Crowd engagement, leading the crowd. And everybody's doing it. Sounds like the song's wrapping up, but we still got another minute and 20 seconds. I've heard tales. I've heard stories about Bruce Springsteen taking 4 minutes to play the song and then another 4 minutes to end it, because he keeps coming back in for one more time through the vamp. And he'll do it, too. They'll be playing the chord like they're going to end it. He'll just walk up to the mic and go, and that, from what I understand, he'll just yell 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the cue to the band to be like, guess what? We're doing it again, you know? And I've heard stories about him doing this, like, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 times in a single song. It just depends on what he's feeling. It depends on if he feels like, is this really the right time? And that's cool. I mean, you see a lot of that happen in, like, big band jazz. I mean, especially, like, if you look back at, like, the Duke Ellington Orchestra or the Count Basie Orchestra. Count Basie especially. They would end the song. They would end it. Boom! Over and done. And then the Count would look at the band and he would just go, boom, and the band knew. The band knew we were going to go from G to the end again, whatever, it didn't matter what they were doing. They already knew that this was going to happen. And not because it was written in the notes, not because it was rehearsed and planned, it's just because he does it every time. It's commonplace. Like when you do something often enough, you're going to be like, oh, here we go again. Hey guys, guess what? We're going to go from G to the end, and you take it from G to the end, It's just, you do it, and you'd be ready to do it again, just in case, and again, as is called for by the band leader. So that's one of the advantages of being the band leader. If you didn't like how the song ended, or you don't like how it's going to end, or it feels like it's ending, guess what? You can cue them in, vamp it. We know where we're supposed to be. Do it again. 2, 3, 4. Boom, you kick into it. I wonder if I'm going to get to see it finally. Like I said, I've heard stories. I wonder if I'm actually going to see it happen now. Let's see. Oh, There is not a single person sitting. Here we go. Riff it. Yep. Shut that water. Been there, done that. Yeah, holding the note, quickly get a drink of water. I can tell you horror stories as to why, but I won't bore you with details. I have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts. I have a score already in my head, so I'll see you guys in the review and we'll talk all about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Bruce Springsteen with Badlands. This was a request from JFK, and this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, JFK. Hope you enjoyed the show. Let's see. I will give my score. I will give you the reasonings for giving my score. And I will do it in 5 minutes or less. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. Honestly, there really isn't a whole lot to say here. As far as the song goes, but it is going to require some explanation. So, the song itself was a really good song. And I say really good song. Not a great song. A really good song. I'll explain where this is going in a second. It's a simple riff. 1, 5, 4, 5. Back up to the 1. Very repetitive. You get to the pre-chorus, you got down to the 4, up to the 5, back into the riff again for the 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Really no deviation from those 3 chords at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There are so many great songs in history that have been 3-chord songs, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Like I have always said, simple can be effective. The voicings in this definitely add to the song. Having all the different layers and all the different instrumentation definitely helped add to the song. In particular, the piano. As I mentioned during the verses, it wasn't exactly a call and response. Bruce would sing through the entire verse, but halfway through the verse, he would sing the entire verse, and within the verse there was typically 2 phrases, I believe. Actually, there might have been 4 phrases now I think about it, but he would sing each phrase. Halfway through the phrase, the piano would come in. Now, Bruce would not lay out. The piano would just come in and reinforce and back up what Bruce was singing. So it's not exactly your classic call and response where one person does one thing, lays out, and then the other person comes in and does their thing, lays out, call, response, call, response. It wasn't that. It was more of an echo. Here's Bruce singing. Here comes the piano to reinforce. Piano comes out. Bruce still sings. Here comes the piano coming to reinforce, and then they back out. So it's a little different. The crowd appeal on this, I can absolutely see. This is a simple song, definitely designed to be relatable, definitely designed to be recognizable. The second they started the song, the crowd went nuts. Now, the crowd can be going nuts for every single song that Bruce does. This is a European crowd. It's in Spain. So, European crowds are cool, man. They will go nuts for anything you play. You could play like an absolute B-side, and the crowd will usually go crazy in Europe. United States is a little different. They're much pickier. But But nonetheless, it was a great job on the songwriting. But like I said, the song itself is a really good song. I would give the song about a 7.7, 7.8, somewhere in there. So how in the world did I get to an 8.4? As I have said in the past, I love doing live reactions. I love doing reactions to live performances because a great live performance can take a mediocre or really good song and boost the score significantly. On the flip side, you can have a great song with a very lackluster or poor performance and drop the score significantly. This is one of those cases where it's the prior, it's the first. You had a really good song, about a 7.7 to 7.8 song, but it was such a great live performance. Everybody was engaging with each other. Everybody was engaging with the crowd. Everybody was having a good time on stage. That translated to the crowd. The crowd fed off the band's energy and refed the band that same energy. And it just became a back and forth. And that is so awesome. When you're able to get that, you know you've won over the crowd. You know you have. And the way that they were engaging with the crowd, constantly engaging with the crowd. And I'm not just talking about Bruce. I'm talking about every single member of the band was doing it. So it was a great live performance. And yeah, it boosted it up to an 8.4, absolutely. And that is where we are going to stay. Yeah, my time's almost up. I got about 12 seconds. So 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.